Barry Giddings, Cansh Pope from Gunroom.tv. The legend himself is now sat in front of me in the Gunroom TV.
I'm a legend in my own lunchtime.
Do you know, I've heard someone else say that about me, and it's probably, I don't know if that's actually legend or leg end or something. I don't know. Let's not even go there.
We're known.
Barry, thank you so much for coming over and see us. Now, obviously, we know you as Mr. Tippmann Arms. We know that you have driven the new AR style rifle into the UK and have had some very good inroads into it. Obviously, tell me, how did you get to where you are now with this?
Well, I started shooting over 45 years ago. I may look young, but I'm just backdated a bit. And over that time, I've shot most calibers, shotguns, etc.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to take up practical shooting, which I think is my most interesting sport of all.
Yeah.
I really love that. I think it's a fantastic way to enjoy yourself. And I tried all the different 2.2s that were out there. They're all good guns.
Yep.
There's not a bad one. But because I knew the Tippmann family, and I knew that Denny Tippmann, one of the sons of the founder, wanted and set up a factory in Fort Wayne, Indiana, to make a specific 2.2 AR type looking rifle in aluminium, except for the barrel and the bolt, obviously. And I wanted one. So unfortunately, due to the necessary import-export laws, I couldn't get one. So I teamed up with a great bunch of guys at Shooting Supplies, Anthony there, and it was brilliant. Yeah. So we looked at it. So what we did is in November 2017, we bought 10 guns in. We started about May 2017. It took about 7 months of a lot of hard work, money and lawyers to get all the paperwork in place to be able to bring in 10 guns. That was 2 years ago. We've now getting towards the 600 mark. So that's not bad in 2 years.
So obviously, Barry, one of the things you're now doing is with the Tippmann Arms, you're working very closely with Magload, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell me how that works, obviously, for you.
Well, what we wanted to take the experience with the Tippmann to the next level for the practical shooter.
Yeah.
And we feel that the items that they designed and made really do add value to the gun, and certainly add value to the experience. I've been shooting the Magload items on my gun, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. So I'm quite pleased. They do enhance the pleasure of shooting the gun. Yeah. So what we're now looking at is that once we get the full range with the muzzle brake, the muzzle of the mag well, the safety, and also the ambidextrous mag release, there are other items they're looking at. So we will look to do that as individual items and as a package, but also Tippmann in the States are interested in what we're doing here and would like to see about offering that to the US customer as well.
I think the thing about as shooting, as you know, just as I do, Barry, it's about sometimes guns come out very nice, but everybody likes to pimp them in their own way, don't they? Whether that's colour, oversized bolt releases, bad lever releases, etc., whatever it is. I think a lot of people want to be able to do that, and the thing which I've noticed with the Magloads, obviously they're coming out with different colours, so everybody likes to pimp it. So some people want blue, some people want red, and you can personalise it. But the beauty about it is it's demilitarising the standard black gun.
Yes.
Now, obviously, we had Fester was on the stand earlier on, and he brought on your Tippmann, and then we were talking about the full metal body finish on it, the quality of it, and how he's getting behind you as well on it. The thing which I'm loving about it is that you can make it personal. And shooting, crikey, you've seen Helga and just not British Racing green and orange, and it's very distinctive because I don't want anything to be militarified, and it's trying to stay away from that. But this is what you're trying to achieve as well, is it not?
Exactly. What we wanted was to have the best gun possible straight out the box.
Yeah.
But then say, okay, that is the standard. Yep. It's a very high standard, but now you want to make it yours.
Yeah.
You want to add some individuality to it, some feeling to it. So what we're doing is to say, okay, what items can you add on to this? Yeah. And I agree with you, having the choice of 20 different colours, it means you can go to the range and everyone can be hopefully shooting a Tippmann, but they will look completely...
A bit of time, we're getting there at
We're
600,
we're getting there, you know. But I have a mission.
Yeah.
I have a mission. But when people are shooting it and so and say, okay, this is my gun, I know exactly what it is. And when it sits there, it's individual.
Hang on, that's almost like a quote from an old classic film. This is a rifle, this is a gun, this was from... and that was Private Pile, wasn't it?
Yes,
Oh goodness
yes.
gracious me! Well,
I can't remember that all that bit going back there. But I feel that what we want is that we want a good quality gun as the base, then say to people, okay, if you just take it out of the box, you can shoot it, you don't have to do a thing to it. If you want to make it yours, then you can.
Bit of pimping.
And the beauty of it is that when you come to sell it, if you ever do, then you can take the bits off. What we're finding at the moment is that there's very few second-hand Tippmanns in the market.
They're going to become family heirlooms, aren't they?
Yes, it's a keeper.
Yeah.
It's a keeper. You know, so that's what we want. So we think it's a great gun, and obviously we'd be very pleased to make sure everyone buys them. And what we're also doing now is that the Tippmann comes with the short barrel, the long barrel, the fluted barrel, because you can buy a fluted barrel for it. We've got the short hand grip, we've got the long hand grip, you can have it in aluminium, composite, all the different, so you can
spoiled for choice.
So you can say to somebody, okay, what would you like, how would you like to build it, and here we are, there's the selection of guns that you can have. And the beauty of it is you can put your scope on, your red dot, or you can just leave it with the flip up sights and shoot it with that. So obviously, as I said, I'm very, very biased, but I think it's a great gun, which will hopefully other people will come to love as much as I do.
Well, in that case, Barry, on behalf of Gunroom.tv, an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Obviously, you've got to go off and be chased around wanting to take.
Thank you for having me.
And we will quite happily work with you and look forward to hearing 2020 and how you've gone well past those 600.
Thanks much indeed. Thank you.